Evening, everyone. This is Pamela Howard, and this is our Win Wednesday Event Espresso, giving everyone an opportunity to start coming on live. I'm streaming currently on our YouTube page. I'm streaming in the Event Espresso Facebook group, also streaming on my personal page, Facebook, and on Twitter. So I am so excited about this evening. And we're going to get started here just a few minutes. All right. So I am so glad that you all are chiming in. Thank you so much, everyone, for chiming in. If you would just put in the comments where you're actually joining me from, what city, state that you're in, what platform that you're joining me from. I just want to share real quickly that on January the 28th, I will be having an in-person workshop that's going to be at the Hampton Inn and Suites in South Park. It's going to be a brunch. So I am so excited about this first gathering that we're going to be having in January the 28th in the first year of 2023. And I extend an invitation. I am even more excited to share with you that I received a scholarship for my program, Pamela Planning Academy. And I was able to gift 10 people a scholarship to attend this workshop that's going to be taking place on Saturday, January 28th. We already have people registered. We've had 4 people to actually get the scholarship. And simply, you just have to have a challenge that you're having, and you want to have a desire to grow your business through events. If you meet those 2 qualifications and you're looking to increase your income to 6 figures, and you may say, you know what, Pamela, I'm already making 6 figures, but I need to go and get to the next level. Well, this workshop is for you, and you can qualify for the scholarship. I will be putting the link in the chat soon. And give me just one. Actually, I'm going to put it in the chat now. You can go to uh, and actually go to my website, which is pamelaplans.com. And I'm gonna put it here on all the platforms. Yeah, you can go to pamelaplans.com and you can register. As of right now, uh, sorry, I should have had it ready already. But anyway, you can go to pamelaplans.com and you can actually register to attend that register to attend the workshop that is coming up. So I'm so excited about that. And you can share with your friends, share with your colleagues, and I am so excited about that. All right, so in addition to that, I want to just jump right in. This workshop is called Owning Your Truth. Learning to Own Your Truth. It's 2023. It's already here, and you deserve to win in 2023. So you need to learn how to own your truth. Own your truth about what? I guess you're wondering. Own your truth about your actions and your accountability to yourself and to your business and the things that you're doing to strive and meet your dreams and your goals. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. You have to register to find out the rest and also attend. Okay. So, the first thing that I actually want to talk about today on this webinar is, why do people have challenges with owning their truth? I thought it was fitting to base the webinar on that, being that we have the workshop coming up on the 28th. And I did fail to mention, we also have a virtual workshop that will be coming up on February the 1st. So those of you that I have clients that are not local, but colleagues that would like to attend and you can't attend in person, you'll be able to attend virtual on February the 1st. So also, all right, getting back to our event espresso here. So why do you think, I want you to put in the comments, why do you think people in business have a challenge with owning their own truth? Why do people have trouble owning their truth? Well, the first thing I want to say is, if you're an entrepreneur, you have a small business and you're in business for yourself, the pains of entrepreneurship is a lot. Okay. There's so many pains that come with entrepreneurship. Being an entrepreneur is very rewarding. It can be very lucrative, but it takes a lot of work. And sometimes the pains of entrepreneurship can keep you from owning your truth. Believe it or not. What are some of those pains? I guess you ask. I put in the comments and share some of those pains. I have some that I'm going to share on screen that is on our YouTube page. I'm going to share that with you. Thank you so much for commenting. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like and share this webinar with some of some of your contacts. I really would appreciate it. Okay, so owning your truth. What about this one? It costs double and it takes twice as long. How many can that resonate with? So I know when I got started in this business back in 2023, it was extremely challenging. You know, when you come out of corporate America, for those that have worked in corporate America, when you come out of corporate America, you actually have the luxury. You have the luxury of showing up to do your job. And if you can do it well, you may even get promotions for it, right? Or get an increase in your salary. You show up, you do your job, and it produces an income for you. You don't have to figure out how you're going to get your income. You just have to show up and do your job. That's corporate America. And meet the expectations and sometimes exceed the expectations. And every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however that company was in corporate America, you produce a check for your work. Well, in entrepreneurship, all of that applies. You have to show up, you have to do your work, you have to meet the expectations, you have to do all that to produce. But a lot of times as an entrepreneur, even though you're producing, you don't always receive monetary compensation. Not at first. Most businesses take anywhere from 3 to 5 years to actually see a profit. So it takes sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times as long if you're working towards being an entrepreneur than if you were in corporate America. So it costs double and it takes long. And this is one of the pains of entrepreneurship that sometimes keep others from not owning your truth. Owning your truth and being accountable, meaning showing up and doing the work, is really what you have to do. Sometimes when it takes longer and it costs more, we sometimes aren't as motivated to show up and do the work. That's why it's so important when, as an entrepreneurship, that you seek a business coach, okay? Someone that's going to help motivate and nurture your mind or give you the tools and the resources to be able to do that. It's very important that you surround yourself with like-minded people. I say like-minded people, but I really want to correct that. You actually want to surround yourself not only with like-minded people, but people that have exceeded where you are. You want to make sure that you're in a place that someone has done more or have exceeded further than where you want to go, so that you can have someone positive to look forward to. They've gotten there. They're going to mentor you and show you how to get there. And, mentoring and coaching is two different things, but you need both of them in your life so that you can achieve your goals and your dreams. All right. Now, I'm just going to talk a few more other pains entrepreneurs have to deal with that sometimes will keep them from owning their truth and being accountable to themselves. Increased stress and decreased sleep. I definitely can attest to that. I mean, there are countless late nights where you're up brainstorming, you're up trying to make deadlines, you're trying to make that final sale, that final contract, nurture that final lead, and a bunch of early mornings. Because what? The early bird gets the worm, right? So you have to start early, you go to bed late. That can increase your stress. You're already wearing multiple hats and you're getting decreased sleep. And with all of that, trying to run and manage your business, and you're trying to grow it through events. At least I hope you're trying to grow your business through events. All of this reflects the pains that you may have and in entrepreneurship, which is also helps is some of the challenges people face when they can't own their plan. Why can't they own a plan? Because it gets hard, it gets tough. And when we get uncomfortable, we don't like to be uncomfortable. We want to be comfortable in everything. We want our money comfortable. We want our living arrangements comfortable. We want our relationship. We want everything to be comfortable. But how many of you know that success is in being uncomfortable? Okay. All right. What are some more? Let's see. All right. How about, let me see. There's a couple of more in here. How about that work-life balance? It seems impossible, but as you see, I put in quotations. It's just temporary, just for a while. That work-life balance is kind of like this. It's a little bit of a seesaw, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay? So work-life balance, those challenges of entrepreneurship will definitely put you in a frame of mind where you will not own your truth or take hold of ownership of your plan. Okay? We sometimes get caught up and we don't enjoy our journey. Enjoying the journey is the fun part. The journey to get there, to your dreams and your goals. You have to, although it may be uncomfortable, you have to learn to enjoy the journey. That's where the key is. That's where the magic happens. Because the thing of it is, you have a starting point and then you have an ending point, and you're going to get there. But enjoy that journey. Think about all the people you're going to help. Think about all the lives you're going to touch. Think about the different phases of your business you're going to go through and the growth spurts of your business. Yes, you're going to have those business pains and challenges. That's what we're talking about. The pains and challenges of entrepreneurship. See, in order to be able to enjoy the journey, in order to be able to take ownership of your plan and own it, you have to be able to identify the challenges and the pains. It's really that simple. When you do that, then it's going to manifest and you're going to be able to do the work. And then you're going to start producing. I can't give you too much. I'm just giving you a little bit. But just talking about why businesses and entrepreneurs have challenges with taking ownership of their plan, ownership of their truth. Okay? All righty. Now, next thing, and I kind of talked about this anyway, we don't want to be uncomfortable. We don't. We literally do not want to be uncomfortable. It don't. But the thing of it is, becoming great isn't an intellectual process. It's not. It's not even a complex process. It is an amazingly simple process. It really is. The path to becoming great is simply just doing the work. And that is usually and almost always uncomfortable. That is the reason why people don't try harder. And they often just stop. They just stop. Their comfort level becomes more important than their success level. I'm going to say that one more time. Their comfort level becomes more important than their success level. We don't like to be uncomfortable. We just don't. And some of those things that make us uncomfortable, let's see. We avoid the difficult questions that send our heart rate soaring, right? I remember a few years ago, it's been more than a few years back, but it's probably, I would say, probably in the first 3 to 5 years of my business. I co-own a company called Howard and Howard Event Management and Catering. It's a full service event management catering company. I co-own it with my husband, Dwayne Howard, who is the executive chef. And we've had, in our 20 years of business, we've probably had two situations with clients that were very unpleasant. And I remember both of them pretty much verbatim. But there's one particular client that really, they both made it difficult. They had the difficult questions. They were the ones that sent our heart rate soaring. And I won't get into the details, but I'm sharing that experience with you because I remember the situation, and I remember sitting face to face with both clients. Could we have done some things differently? We probably could have done some things differently. Would the client have been satisfied if we had made those decisions differently? After being in this business 20 years, I can 100% tell you they still wouldn't have been satisfied with anything. Just because when your client isn't doesn't have clarity, and not because of you or your business, but when they are unsure of what it should look like and they form their own opinions, they looking for someone to blame, basically. So I'll just give you an example of one of the clients. One particular client really struggled to take care of her services. She just really had some financial issues. There was some personal issues that was going on in her family that regarded people's health. I can't remember those specific things, but anyway, finances was an issue. Being in that 3 to 5 years, you're not quite as seasoned, so I bent over backwards to try to help work with the client. And at the end of the day, we provided the service and the client still owed money but couldn't pay it. So now it pretty much had to become our fault why they couldn't pay it, in a nutshell. So they started finding things wrong. I had talked earlier when we was talking about the challenges of entrepreneurship and having the right people and places in your life so that they can help you and support you and encourage you to win. So we had we had all, and this is another topic, but there are certain things all businesses should have in their business that doesn't even pertain. Like, you should have some type of legal system or process to help you in your business. And we had that set up, and we still do. I consulted my legal team, and my legal team was like, "This is your very first time having to deal with a client." And yes, first time. My heart was racing, it was soaring. I had all these difficult questions that was coming up, and it wind up just being a simple solution. And one of the things that I learned, and this is a tip and a takeaway that you should write down for yourself, whenever, okay, whenever you have an unsatisfied client for whatever the reason may be, whether it's your fault or whether it's just they're looking for someone to blame in my case. If the reason that they're unhappy is correctable and they don't allow you to correct it, it's not your problem. It really isn't. As much as you may be passionate about your business, passionate about satisfying your client, any challenge, problem, situation that affects your client in a negative way that is correctable, okay? And when I say correctable, meaning that if it's brought to your attention at the time of service and it is correctable, you should correct it. If it cannot be corrected, if someone's food is cold or not hot enough, that is a correctable problem. That situation is not going to work in the client's favor if they're looking for any type of restitution towards you or your business, which was our situation. So if it's correctable, it could have been corrected. It doesn't mean that you can't satisfy your debt. So again, talking about difficult questions, things that send your heart racing, 3 to 5 years, I couldn't have talked this easy about that situation. But again, having the right processes and systems and people in place while you're building your entrepreneurship and your brand and your business is very, very helpful. But avoiding the difficult questions, those are the things that make us uncomfortable. We get uncomfortable, we avoid them. We don't want to avoid them. We don't want our heart racing. We don't want it soaring. So we avoid it. I'm going to get to a couple of more other things that make us uncomfortable. We're afraid to fail. Who's afraid to fail? I'm afraid to fail. And have I fallen in business? Yes. I have failed and I've fallen fast. And that will happen. That will happen if you're an entrepreneur. Afraid to fail. Very uncomfortable situation. No one wants to be in that situation, but it will happen. The key is falling fast. If you're going to fail, you want to fall fast and then you want to get back up, learn from it and move forward. But we fall fast. I was talking about a case scenario earlier, the lack of understanding. I didn't quite understand how that works when someone wants to take legal action against you because of something. There was no case. It was a correctable situation. There's no case. No case. If your food is not cold, if your food is not warm, you need to address it so that it can be corrected. You don't let it happen, say that everything was perfect, and then try to tell a legal person that this was like this and that is why I don't want to finish paying. It just doesn't work, unfortunately. All right, enough of that. All right, now let's see. Here's another one. Disruption in your business can be ongoing. It can be, and it will continue to be a challenge for your business. That is an uncomfortable position to be in. Disruption. How about COVID-19? That was a big disruption, right? COVID-19 disrupted so many businesses. And even though we're in 2023 and COVID started back into 2019, 2020, it's still causing disruption ongoing to today. It is because it's still there. Even COVID-19 is on the rise now. So many people getting it, have had it, getting it again, been vaccinated, been boosted up. It's a disruption and it's uncomfortable. We don't like to be uncomfortable, but it happens and it's going to happen. The key is how to learn to embrace being uncomfortable and work through those pains. That is the key. All right. So that is just enough for today, I think. I just want to encourage you to attend my workshop. I did put the website in there. It's Pamela Howard. Let me put it up here again. I had it up here. Yeah. Lord. Okay, let's see. Here we go. PamelaPlans.com. If you go to my website, PamelaPlans.com, you will see the actual workshop that's coming up on the 28th. I will be posting all those that are on the webinar. I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead. There are 8 more seats available for the scholarship. So go ahead and grab your tickets so that you can attend this workshop 2023. Give yourself permission to own your plan by confronting the truth is the workshop. Go ahead and get your ticket. There's 8 more left. And I'm going to tell you, I am speaking tomorrow at a networking event in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I promise you there will not be any more scholarship tickets. So go ahead and get yours now while there's still some left. There's 8 scholarship tickets left. You can go ahead and just go to PamelaPlans.com and register. You'll see the event right on the front of this is the first thing you see when you go to the website. And if you have any questions, there's an itinerary there. There's going to be a brunch that's going to be served by Howard and Howard Catering. So excited. We will have mimosas there, and we're going to have a really fun time. And you're going to leave with understanding how to take ownership of your plan. You're going to also have accountability process. You're going to have some one-on-ones with me. You're going to be able to make your goals. We're going to come up with a 12-week plan for you so that you can be successful and make your goals and own your plan. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. For those that may be catching us on the replay, we typically start the Event Expresso Win Wednesday webinar at 7:30. I came on a little bit earlier today, and so I do apologize for the short notice, but I really thank you for hanging out with me. I'm your girl, Pamela Howard. I'm your event specialist, and I want to wish you all a happy planning event. Don't forget to register. I'm leaving it up there, and see me next third Wednesday. When is that day? The next third Wednesday is going to be February the 15th. So February 15th, join me again for another Win Wednesday webinar in our Event Expresso, streaming in the Event Expresso group, also on YouTube and Twitter as well. I also want to encourage you to be kind. And if you saw my post today, being kind doesn't necessarily mean you have to be silent, okay? So y'all have a great day. Thank you again for hanging out with me this evening. And I will see you next Wednesday, February the 15th. I'll be looking for your registration for the workshop on the 28th. And don't forget, every Monday from 12 to 12:15, you can take a break and an intentional break with me. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and meet me on Monday for a Monday Midday Message. Have a great day.